No, but that's too much. That's too much even for me, the one that invented the song Mercato is crazy. But imagine if Cristiano Giuntoli is able to do what he has in mind, and I can guarantee you that that's the plan. Bringing together in one Mercato session Douglas Luiz, and I give you an update on him in a second, Khephren Thuram, the brother of Marcus, the son of Lilian, and Teun Koopmeiners, all of them in one Mercato session to reinforce and to change totally the midfield of Juventus, the Juventus that will win everything next year. I already tell you, if you have that midfield on top of the other names that Cristiano has in mind, is writing, that's totally crazy. Even me, the one that is the most positive guy on earth, has difficulties to believe in it. But it's not here. I'm not here to fool you, to make you clickbait. It can be. And we'll speak about all of that after you, of course, putting him up some maximum of like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, continue to support me. I hope that this morning you watched the video that I did with Coach Rafaz about Thiago Motta. I promised you that I would have a fantastic guest, and when I'm reading the comments of the people that already watched the video, they loved it. They really loved the video because it was really great to have insight of a neutral fan, not a Juve fan that is speaking sometimes with emotions, with preferences, but someone is looking from outside, someone that really analyzed Thiago Motta last year with Bologna. It was fantastic. So go back and watch that video. And at a certain moment I said, let's go crazy. Imagine that Juventus has an unlimited budget and they go for a midfield made of Koopmeiners, Douglas Luiz, Khephren Thuram, and you need to watch the face of our boy. Maybe I will put the video here, the 10 seconds of video, just for you to watch the face. I go crazy now with the unlimited budget, but if you have a Douglas Luiz here, okay, Khephren Thuram from Nice here, and a Koopmeiners in that position, is that a great midfield? Of course, fantastic, fantastic. Well, that was the video. Guys, imagine if it's happening. So what are the latest news? First of all, I think that if it happens, we need to stand up and applaud Cristiano Giuntoli because we are there. There are some voices, some sources that are saying that there is already the doctor that took the plane to Brazil to go to Douglas Luiz, to meet him, to let him go for the medical test, and that the announcement should happen beginning of next week. So wait for that, but it's a done deal. Douglas Luiz to Juve, Alicia Lehmann in a later stage, or maybe in the same time, I don't know. Also to Juventus, but this time for Juventus women, of course, otherwise it would be totally crazy. And then Ealing Jr., which we already knew, and Barrenechea to Aston Villa. What are the details? It's a bit complicated. The only thing that we know now at the moment is that Cristiano went totally creative. Because they are speaking about a value for a player, another value, this plus cash, but pay attention because there could be also a possibility for a kind of credit note. If Enzo Barrenechea that we are selling you with a value that is a bit less is doing really well in terms of performances, then at the end of the year, you give us a kind of credit note with a bit of money back. 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, I don't know. Because actually, you were wrong. And we were right in telling you that Barrenechea would do extremely well. There are other sources that are saying, no, the price will be that, but there is a resale bonus for Juventus, a percentage that can go up to 60-70%. If this happened, according to calciomercato.com, that's the source that they gave us. That's crazy, yeah? 67%, 70% on the resale of Enzo Barrenechea. If this happens, I can tell you that next year we will speak again about Giuseppe Chine. He will be there again looking what is happening. And no, 60-70%. We all finish in jail. Huh? Even the supporters that has nothing to do with that deal, they will go. Giuseppe Chine will go to your home. He will knock, he will ring, and he will say, you come with me because you support Juve. Because 60-70% of resale is totally crazy. Imagine. So I don't know yet the details of Enzo Barrenechea, Ealing Jr., what will happen. One thing that I can tell you, it's hot hours. I don't know if in the weekend something will happen in terms of official announcement, but if it's not Monday, it's Tuesday, it's there. Douglas Luiz, the first name of Cristiano Giuntoli to reinforce Juventus 24-25. On top of that, well, we continue to dream. we continue to dream. Because we know that story of Adrien Rabiot. Juventus has sat with him, with the entourage, with the mother. They spoke, they offered something where Adrien Rabiot always said before the start of the Euro. Then now, we still don't know the answer. The rumors are saying that Real Madrid is on the French player. Liverpool is on the French player. In Italy, Milan wouldn't try. I don't know how they will do it. Even Beppone Marotta, because he knows. And when a player is for free, he's going like that, you know. He wanted to try as well. So there are some offers for Adrien Rabiot. The one of Real Madrid, of course, is the most attractive one where he can go with Mbappé, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Carlo Ancelotti. On the other side, he doesn't know. He doesn't know because Juventus is Juventus. 5 years already with Juve, Thiago Motta, playing all the competition as he wanted, a real starter of Juve. So we need to wait on that one. But from the moment that we have the answer, and I can tell you, it will be quite fast because at Juventus Football Club, they want to go fast. They don't want to stop. They want now to think about 24, 25. You want, you don't want. You want, you don't want. If you want, we are happy. If you don't want, we go. And we switch, we turn the page, and we think about something else. And who is the name that they're already thinking about? Khephren Thuram. Khephren Thuram. And that's already a second name to add in that 4-2-3-1. Khephren Thuram preferred over Fofana. I'm not telling you here that Fofana is not a player that Juventus is interested in. They like him. Also the player from Monaco. They like him. They are interested in. But the priority, the first name that they actually prefer is the one of Khephren Thuram. Can it happen or not? He has not the same value as last year. You remember in the summer we were speaking about the value of 50 million euro, 60 million euro, which was totally crazy. Then it went a bit away because of the same ownership, Radcliffe, Manchester United. We started to think he could go there. Jurgen Klopp from Liverpool was also on the player. With Manchester United that are not allowed to take from Nice because they are playing the same European competition, the doors are going open. He has 1 more year of contract. He didn't perform that well in 23-24. Don't forget about that. It's a player that he wants to change. He wants to go to the next level of teams. And that's where Juventus, that already have everything in the database of the stats, they already have the contact with Nice, etc. Well, they go back. Of course, for Khephren Thuram, it would be fantastic. Going back to the team of his father, Lilian Thuram, going a few kilometers, a few miles from where his brother is playing, Inter, would be great for him. It is a step up. Everything is already, he knows already Juve. He already has all the contacts, etc. He knows the city. He lived there. So it's just something incredible for Khephren Thuram, for Juventus. A player that doesn't bring you the goals. I already told you, pay attention, don't expect that from Khephren. But it's actually a player a bit more technique than a Rabiot, but it's actually replacing a Rabiot in terms of physicality, of muscles. The first one that will go for that high pressure of Thiago Motta. Again, about high pressing, go and watch that video of this morning. That was just fantastic. So you see, it starts to make sense. A duo in front of the defense of Douglas Luiz plus Khephren Thuram is just stellar. And then, can it happen? Yes, it can happen. Juventus is now believing and is now forcing. And then you need a third name. That is the one of Koopmeiners. You know it. Even before Khephren Thuram, even before Douglas Luiz, this is the name on the list of Giuntoli since already 6, 7, 8 months. Teun, Koopmeiners to Juve. They already tried last winter, but it was impossible. Atalanta didn't want to give him. So Teun Koopmeiners is the player that you will have there. Also in the midfield as an advanced midfield. Then you can play also a 4-3-3. You can change their position. They can play in every position, which is also great. Versatility. They can play on the left, on the right, in the middle, offensive, defensive. That's a characteristic that all of them have. And do you remember the words of Thiago Motta? I want players that can play multiple roles or that can do multiple things. If they are not able to do, if they are able to do only one thing, then I want the best one in the world. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Well, this is a bit the strategy of these players. Koopmeiners, is it possible or not? Atalanta, they are not in a rush. They know that Juventus is on him. They know that they already have the agreement with the Dutch player. They know that everything is done deal there. And that's why they are there. They are waiting and they are saying, you know what, we wait. Then I told you, Juventus will try to meet as much as possible the request of Atalanta, trying to lower them, of course. Huijsen is a player. Sule, not to Atalanta that much, but more selling Sule to cash in, to have fresh cash, to put there maybe cash plus Huijsen, maybe another player. You never know, huh? Because Juventus, we know it, in every single deal, they are starting to speak about players. Even with Nice for Khephren Thuram, Nice would love some players there. Then, of course, they need to choose. They would love to have Milik, but Milik, not sure if he wants to go back to France after his experience to Marseille. Do you remember? But then you never know. Could be an opportunity, Milik to Nice, or maybe another player. Hopefully not another young player, because at the end, without Barrenechea, without Ealing, without Huijsen, without Sule, we have sold all our youth team, our next gen. But then next gen is creating every time new stars, new talents, so you don't know. These are the three players for a midfield that I can tell you, if this happens, of course you need to complete that. Don't forget Beppe, don't forget you that are watching, fullbacks are needed, Calafiori is needed. So there is so much work. But if you are already able to put a midfield like that for 24-25, you start with a really great fundamentals. That's something that I already can tell you. Now, that was it for a short video, a dream. Today on the 21st of June, a dream. Let's speak about it in a few weeks, if this happens or not. Grazie, forza, Juve.